Tony Arbolino. Row 2, Dalla Porta, Antonelli and Migno, an all-Italian affair. Row 3, Romano Finati, a former winner here. Qatar winner Keita Toba and Ayumu Sasaki. Confirmation on your screen.
Away we go then for the warm-up lap here in Argentina, the 4.8-kilometre long circuit, the 6th time that we have raced here in northern Argentina.
I hope a safe race for everyone and they can have a nice show at the end.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, thanks as always to Jack Miller. Well, we know where the Aussie...
Philip Salak, Ricardo Rossi and Tom Booth Amos.
Yeah, thanks for that, Simon. Then so Romano Finati, then one of the big players.
Connect to get going. Jaume Masia has actually recovered very well, Matt, as we tip it into turn 1.
Well, he nearly launched himself to the moon there, didn't he, Jaume Masia? A real scare off the line. You're right, Steve. Arbolino had an absolute shocker. Connect was one as well, McPhee. Went from 11th to 12th in those early skirmishes.
Good start from Ayumu Sasaki, number 71. He's making progress. He's trying to go up the inside there of number 25. Raul Fernandez. There's your race winner from, of course, Qatar, number 27.
He's come from 10th on the grid to 5th. Another outstanding performance so far already by the Spanish rookie in his first full-time World Championship campaign. Gabriel Rodrigo, the Argentinian, there he is.
The Valencian, although he almost throws it away.
You know, you've got to be so careful. He got at the inside of Antonelli there, and he may have just run a little bit wide. You've only got to be half a metre offline here in Argentina. It's so dirty.
Salach, the Czech rider, number 12. He's managed to get going again, but unfortunately he's taken a tumble here in the early stages.
Yeah, John McPhee really suffering. This is at turn 13 for...
Gabriel Rodrigo inside the top 10. He's making steady progress. On board now with the race leader, Aaron Canet, looking back to Antonelli. Dalla Porta in 3rd, still Masia 4th. Aragura, by the way.
Rodrigo circulating, fastest man on the track on lap 3, and now he's right in the podium battle.
Tony Arbolino, after that shocking start from the front row, started to recover a bit. He's up inside the top 10 now. He's gone into
this as well. You can have it back as well, mate, at turn number 9. It's getting a little bit tight, a little bit tense. Just off that podium battle here, the top 22 riders down to Jan 13, actually both of them as well. Because it's such a slow speed crash, you've been able to remount and get back into the action. There's Cornfile, top of your picture, your classic kind of front end washout coming into that hard braking zone at turn 2 to come from the head of that 5th row of the grid in 13th place. Well, he's now knocking on the door of that podium. The crowd are going to go absolutely bonkers. They'll go ballistic when Rodrigo eventually tries to find his way into those top 3.
Onto the back straight, trying to find as much slipstream as possible. Here comes McPhee, now about to pull out on Gabriel Rodrigo. McPhee, who had a poor start, trying to find his way back through, but Rodrigo's got slipstream himself. He goes...
Masia did brilliantly, because he really bobbed it, front wheel in the air off the line. This was Connect making the early running at turn 6, that fast, long left-hander. I'm just about to say, we've not had a massive battle. We're on board with Celestino Vietti. What's happened here with Onju? Just got in a bit hot, didn't he? Trail breaking in, the front tyre crying no more, and while we're looking at that replay, out of nowhere.
Argentina, it's a bit tight there, but Tatsuki Suzuki it is that goes through into the lead, and that's the first time I think Suzuki's led a race since Barcelona last year.
Yeah, a race that Jorge Martin will remember. Dropped to 4th place. He's fighting straight back, though. Rodrigo leads again, only momentarily though, because McPhee's up the inside, and this time McPhee can pull it back to the apex.
Suzuki led, coming onto the back straight, he's down to 4th.
Lead at the back of this group, just keeping his powder dry, saving a bit of that soft rear tyre. Binder, riding around the inside, riding around the outside. He's rubbing shoulders and paint with everybody, isn't he? Love watching Darren Binder struggling to hold his place inside the top 6 now with the slipstream.
So they exit turn number 5. Trying to get as much power underneath him as possible there, Tony Arbolino, but it's Connect. The P-team will be loving this. The South African leads, although he's on the exit there of the curb. He's out of track limits. He might get a warning for that. Just in the background there, Tatsu
looks around him and goes, well, wherever those guys are braking, I'm going to brake 10 metres
Exactly.
later. That's pretty much his strategy and tactics. It's working a treat right now because it looked like, well, he'd been swallowed up in the slipstream coming into turn 5. It's another classic encounter for the Moto 3 field. Over the line, we've got the top 13 riders covered by just 1.2 seconds. That was Suzuki just in those 1.6 seconds.
A rider who's managed to make some progress here in the last couple of laps. Alonso Lopez, number 21 on the Estrella Galizia Honda. He's coming through. It's all about tactics, isn't it, Matt? You never really want to be too...
He's always been a much better racer than he is in practice or qualifying. So, yeah, I was really happy to see that he went through the field and he did it gradually, not really like in
Qatar again. 3rd place for him in Qatar. As we said, it was his first podium finish since the Czech Republic ran in Brno last August. A long time without a top 3 for Aaron Canet. Be potentially.
Well, he looked pretty angry, didn't he, Alonso Lopez? I'm sure we'll see a replay of that shortly. He was actually about to get a track limits warning, was Alonso Lopez, but it doesn't really matter anymore. McPhee...
Frustrating then for Alonso Lopez.
Yeah,
That's not normally what you see from John McPhee.
No.
He's not sort of a hot-headed, rash rider, is he, McPhee? But that was a real fact. He's DNF'd in the last 4 races. I hope I'm not putting the commentator's curse on the number 7, because there he is. He hasn't seen the checkered flag since that podium finish in Buriram.
The 2 riders that started from row down in 18th, he's now up into 7th or 8th, I think, the number 42.
Well, he was the hot knife through butter in Qatar, wasn't he, Steve, as well? 20th to 4th place. He was kicking himself as well. Something's happened to Foggia. You'd think, has he had a high side coming through 13th? He's prone in the middle of the circuit, like you say, Steve. What's happened here then to Vicente Perez?
He was in the...
Brilliantly. Has he just been biding his time, not trying to chew up and burn up that soft rear tyre? Or is he absolutely right on the limit, trying to stay where he is?
There he is, Tiger.
Masia, 2-3 tenths quicker they were than the rest of the pack. Was Kinnett with a couple of bike lengths in his pocket as he attacks out of turn number 4. The slipstream surely was asking in the hollow through turn 10 and then bank it left, full throttle on a Moto 3 bike for this long sweeping turn number 11.
After what happened earlier, it doesn't look like...
4th place, ghosting back towards that podium battle.
Now watch this, Darren Binder on the KTM leads onto the back straight. He's going to get swallowed up. Through goes Tony Arbolino, through goes Gabriel Rodrigo. Massively what? Have I spoken too soon about the Qatar race winner? We're on board with him here. That group will be holding each other up a bit. He could still come through, and then he will launch a move into the last couple of corners, you can be sure of that.
So Binder then just trying to break the slipstream behind him, but I've played for such a long time now. Simon?
Yeah, I just spoke to Mirko Cecchini, his crew chief, and asked exactly that. I said, do you think Romano's waiting to make a move, or he's struggling?
Through Ayumi Sasaki's still there, he's 4th. Then it's Rodrigo, Ramirez, Foggia and Kinnett. Down towards turn 5 we go, and Dalla Porta's 10th has gone up the inside on the brakes brilliantly.
Although Dalla Porta around the outside, can he keep it to the apex? You don't want to be out 2-1, the dirty part of the track. He's done it, Dalla Porta, so he will hold the advantage and lead coming corners, but he's getting swamped, absolutely obliterated in the slipstream. Oh, is Binder going to pull it up? He is absolutely awesome on the front end again, is Darren Binder. He got up the inside of Tony this time around. Binder's going to have the inside line and squeeze him out just on the outside of the circuit. All clean, all fair in love and war. So last lap's about to be started, and it will be a South African Darren Binder that leads. And he's going to dive up the inside. Oh, Binder! He's pushed Dalla Porta out wide. Dalla Porta's not going to win the Argentinian Grand Prix. A rider from Argentina may well do, though.
Oh, it's all on here, and Jaume Masia all of a sudden who's started...
No, he's lost it. Masia's going to win.
It's unbelievable. The checkered flag is out. He was pole. He wins here in Argentina. Darren Binder takes 2nd place, and Tony Arbolino takes 3rd.